Uh, uh, uh. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Streamline Podcast. I'm your boy, Narik Chase, and we are on our final video of the best and worst horror films of the 80s. I've already done 3 videos, so this will be part 4, and this will be the last one. So, without further ado, guys, I hope you enjoy it. And remember, these are the ones that I've seen and my opinions. So, I haven't seen everything. These are my opinions. If you don't like them, kick rocks. Very, very heavy ones. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this. One of my favorite movies that I wanted to bring up. Well, it's not really a favorite, but I still find it I find it as irritating as I do entertaining. Now, a few videos ago, one of my videos, I said I didn't like the original Fright Night movie, and I gave several reasons why. The characters, for the most part, suck. Chris Sarandon was awesome. The girl that played the love interest, she was great. Everybody else sucked. The story was interesting. The practical effects sucked. The, the writing itself sucked. So here we are with the sequel, and we are following Charlie Brewster, who now is in college, and the sister of Jerry Dandridge is there to seek revenge against Charlie and Peter Vincent for the murder of a brother. Now, honestly, I'm going to say this. Julie Carmen is just beautiful. That is a fine woman. Like, the shit is stupid how good looking this woman is in this freaking movie. She's beautiful, she's seductive. She is clearly the best thing about this movie. Now, I don't like the now, I'm not all into the henchmen and stuff, but I can say one thing about the movie is I do like the henchmen. The henchmen were actually memorable characters. They were interesting. They had interesting quirks about them. Bale is I don't know what's going on with that. For the longest, I thought those girls actually a dude. I don't know what was going on with that. I'm like, yeah, great. The black guy is the gay feminine guy that looks like a woman and dresses like a woman and acts like a woman. But okay, let's just go with that. But I would say, yes, the villains of this movie are far more interesting than the main character. Charlie Brewster can't stand his character. Stupid. The dude that plays him can't act. Don't like his character at all. Don't like the actor. Don't like the writing. Peter Vincent, don't like that character. Don't like that actor. Don't like the writing surrounding that character. I think they both suck. I was more interested in the villains of the movie. I thought they carried the movie. Just I would have loved to seen this movie them just killing folks. To be honest, I don't like Charlie Brewster's character. At least not in this continuality of the series. Now, when it comes to the reboots, I do like Charlie in the reboot. I like him a lot better. Very, very well written character. A hell of a lot more likable. The only reason I like this movie is for the simple reason that I got a message. I got a message. Dissidia Final Fantasy album Opera Omnia. Okay, I'm gonna get on that in a second. But the only thing I like about this movie pretty much are the bad guys. The story is here and there. I do like the suspense. I do like the fact that there is a bit of fun with the movie, especially with the like one of the best moments in the movie is the bad guys. They're actually bowling. Like I like that. They have personality. Far more personality than the damn main characters. I don't give a damn about the main characters in the slightest. So I'm on the fence about it, but I say I did like this movie, for at least for the bad guys part of it. There is the '89 movie Leviathan. Yes, this movie is Leviathan is one of those underrated movies that people pick apart because it does share similarities with more prominent movies. The biggest complaint is that Leviathan is a mixture between Alien and The Thing. I'm not going to say that. That's stupid. If you're going to go that route, you say almost every movie copies off another one. So we're not going to go down that route. Leviathan is actually a really interesting and really well done movie. It's great with the practical effects. It has a very interesting story. The performances are actually really good. It maintains a very high level of suspense. Yes, I'm a fan of The Thing. I think The Thing is awesome. I like the first Alien movie. I think it was awesome. I think both films do a fantastic job of maintaining just very edge of your seat suspense that is still good to today. And I think Leviathan actually does a just as good a job with the same feeling. And I really appreciate movies that can do that. Is the idea original? To some extent, no. To some extent, yes. But it's still a great overall movie, and it does have some pretty memorable characters. Really enjoyed the characters. But Leviathan was actually a good sci-fi horror movie that I would actually put up on that list as well. In 1981, there was a movie set in a circus called The Funhouse. The Funhouse is about a group of teenagers that go into this funhouse and shit hits the fan. They stay they stay there overnight or something. I think the idea was for them to stay there overnight, or they just hung out too long. Don't know. All I know is these idiots go to this fun house, stay there, past time the place closed, and crap hits the fan after they make some pretty dumb decisions here and there. Now the bulk of the movie it is a pretty good horror movie, and it's mainly them trying to survive against this mutated guy that this mutated ugly ass mutated guy that looks like they could have did better with the prosthetics on his face. Look like shit. But the character, whatever this ugly ass dude is, this freak or whatever it is whooping their ass, killing them. Funhouse is an interesting movie, and I think if the movie was made, no, I'm not gonna say it's a bad movie, because I did like the characters. I did like the characters. I thought they were fun, and it was, and although they were the stereotypical '80s, uh, this thing now I can the movie would be if this if the force that the people that control the funhouse were malevolent. No, really not. The movie actually comes off as the teenagers being the bad guys because yes, this ugly ass dude is like just kills people or whatever, but it's like y'all kind of triggered it for it to happen to y'all, so it's kind of hard to feel sorry for y'all because y'all put yourself in that situation. But I think the movie would have worked a little bit better if the people that ran the funhouse were actually like people that were trying to go around killing people or abducting people and not just kind of. I mean, I don't know what to say about this movie. I think, like I said, it's a good movie. It does have some great moments in it, but it still is a heavily flawed movie, and it does have some bad writing, but it does have a lot of great suspense. So I could say it's a decent movie. It's a good time waster. I'd recommend people check it out. There is, and also, 84. There was this movie called Chud. I can't remember what the acronym for Chud is, actually. But it's about these people, these mutated people that were in the sewers that this company ended up dumping this chemical down there. And it mutated these people into these creatures that eat people. And, you know, of course, these characters sorry guys, sorry. These characters are trying to stop it. They're trying to figure out what's going on with all these missing people, people being attacked, and they're trying to figure out how to stop these creatures. I didn't like Chud when I first saw it because saw it as like a low budget movie, but I can say that it's a terribly underrated movie. It's actually got some interesting characters. It actually has a great use of practical effects. They're kind of one dimensional in designs. Like if you look at the creatures, all the creatures tend to have the same type of clothes on, and their heads all look the same and stuff like that. But they actually look pretty cool. And a lot of the movie does right is the moments when you don't see the creatures, you see maybe parts of them, and it makes for more effective kill sequences or more intense moments where there be like someone might be chased or attacked or something like that. But Chud is actually a pretty good movie, and plus it's got that one guy from Home Alone in it. He actually does a decent job. I like seeing him play a pretty serious role, and I really appreciate it about the movie. I would definitely love to see this be like a television series, like a 12 episode television series or something, or have it remade. Because I would really enjoy it. I think this is one of them where they definitely need to remake because it has a potential to just go in a like awesome direction. But Chud is actually a pretty good movie. And it also shows that the creatures aren't and it shows that the creatures aren't necessarily the only antagonists. And it also features one of the best places to hold a horror film in the sewers, of course. So, Chud, check it out. It was good. I actually like that movie. My girl showed me this movie called Waxwork, and it's about these teenagers that go into this. It's about this curator in this wax museum who uses actual people to fill in the displays. So if someone goes into the wax museum and they see a mummy artifact, if they go into the mummy artifact, they actually go into that world. If it's a werewolf, if whatever artifact exhibit, whatever exhibit they step into the world of that exhibit. So if you're, I don't know, if you're in a fish tank, if there's like a fish tank exhibit or whatever, and you get pushed into that fish tank exhibit, you're not in a fish tank anymore. You're in like the ocean. So like that is a great idea. Now the movie has a great build up, but the climax is dumb as hell. Like whoever, I hate it when you have a good idea for a movie and you leave it off. You end it on something that stupid. And the ending is like all of these old ass people come and attack. It's like all the monsters come out of the exhibits at this certain time of night, and they're I guess going to take over the world or whatever. But all these old crippled people come in there, and then there's just like this big battle, and I'm like, that's stupid. But I really did like the story. Like I really did like the most of the beginning part of the movie. At least the parts that I've seen, because the part that I caught into was the part where the woman ended up going into the vampire, the Count Dracula one. So she had to deal with the vampires. She got killed, but that was pretty cool. And then you see Dracula bite her, but outside of that exhibit, you see Dracula biting her, but they're both dummies. But if you stepped into the exhibit, they'd be real. So I thought that Waxwork was a good movie and it was an interesting concept. And I would not hesitate. I would not hesitate if I had the chance to make that a TV series or a remake. I would like to see a TV series because I think it would have come off a lot better with exposition of the characters and stuff like that. But actually, I think they definitely need to remake that. It was actually an interesting movie. Stupid ass ending though. Uh, Now I know people who love Chucky probably heard of Puppet Master. It's a dumbass franchise. So stupid. You got all these. I mean, like the idea is stupid. You got all of these like 5 dolls that are going around killing people for various reasons, and each one has a dumb power. Like there's the chick doll that shoots up leeches out of her mouth, so it looks like she's got a dick coming out of her mouth, and this crap is gross. And usually when she does, it goes into somebody else's mouth. And then you got this one doll that looks pretty cool. It's got a white face with like a black overcoat with a wide rim hat or a fedora, and it's got a hook for one hand and a knife for the other. And I'm like, okay, it looks pretty cool, but it doesn't need to be a doll. And then you got one that's like bit-sized head and big old arms or whatever. I mean, Puppet Master is stupid. I don't care what nobody says. I seen better puppets on Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. There's no reason for a Puppet Master to exist. There's also a movie called Shocker, and I don't know if you guys have heard of it. This movie's about this killer that died. He got the electric chair, was executed, but I think it was like a storm or something that happened, and it didn't kill him. It made him like be able to like travel to electricity lines and stuff. Yeah, it gave him like electrical powers, and it made them be able to like travel through like TVs and electrical lines and phones and stuff like that. And that right there was actually a pretty good movie. It was a really good, interesting idea. I like even though the special effects don't really hold up to now, it was still a great, entertaining movie that had a lot of dark moments in it, especially when it comes to him killing people. Excuse me, thirsty as hell. But Shocker is actually a good movie that I actually like. Coming at you with another Hellraiser movie called Hailbound, and I'm on the fence about this movie. I think it's better than the first movie, but I think it's also pretty. It's kind of stupid too, because the story kind of really doesn't make sense. You got the chick from the first movie coming back, basically eating people or whatever. They're taking her life forces and everything. Pinhead is sitting here just randomly killing folks left and right, and all of these Cenobites are sitting here wiping people out by the. And I like the reason why I like it is because of that one scene. You got these Cenobites out here walking down Manhattan or wherever the hell they are, and they just kicking everybody's ass and destroying shit. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting movie. You get more of what's going on in Pinhead's world. You get to see what it looks like in. I don't. It's not hell per se. It's where it's Pinhead's world. You get exposition on the character of Pinhead, um, how it came to be, and hopefully I'm not getting this mixed up with the third movie. But I don't think so. But I like it a little bit more because of the aspect that Pinhead and the Cenobites have more screen time in the world. So I thought that's why I liked about it more. The horror movie is pretty chilling at moment. It has some very dark moments. One of the most gruesome moments in the film is this part. Pinhead is killing like this crowd of people in the club, and he's just wiping them all out, just killing the hell out of everybody, left and right. Skin getting peeled, faces getting impaled, blood everywhere. It was just rocking. It's rocking to see him just kicking ass like that, even though that's not really what he does. Supposed to do really, and that goes with how his series is really inconsistent as well. But I did enjoy Hellbound more than I enjoyed the first movie. I saw Jaws. I said I talked about Jaws 3D, and I talked about, but I didn't talk about Jaws: The Revenge. Did not like Jaws: Revenge. I thought it was a stupid movie. This shark is literally chasing the wife of the man who killed the original Jaws. And she has some psychic link with the damn shark. That's stupid. I think that's the one I'm talking about. In fact, I'm finna look that up because I want to be on point. Look, the lady did a great job. I thought she did a. I think she, in fact, she did a great job. I really enjoyed her performance, but I think that the Revenge definitely took the yeah. Focus on a now widow Ellen Brody and her convictions that a great white shark is seeking revenge on her family. Yeah, that was I didn't like that. It'd be interesting. It'd been different if. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's no wonder it received negative reviews. It'd be different if the movie was about her having to deal with a shark or her son. Which I actually would say this: the movie would have been better if her son had to take up the reins for him to deal with another giant shark in the same way her father did and his father did. That's what the movie should have been about. But as far as a sequel, no, it's I'm sorry, it sucked. It sucked. Although I did like her, I think Lorraine Gary did a great job in that film though, because she acted her ass off. Now this movie, I don't like it because it's a comedy. I wish it was more serious. It was a serious movie, and that's Once Bitten. Look, I like Jim Carrey. And when he was got put on the comedy scene, everybody loved just watching him do comedy roles. Don't like Once Bitten because it's a comedy. I would have rather it be a very serious movie which with character development, which actual intensity and brutality, actual story to tell. There's nothing to the characters. There's nothing to the story. There's really nothing but just this 80s comedy that does not work for the film, in my opinion. I don't like most of the damn characters, especially stupid. And have you ever noticed that a lot of these 80s horror movies have these stupid, and the comedies, they have these stupid ass two friends that are just dumb and should die but don't. And I don't. That's one. I just don't like Once a Bitten. I don't. The only thing about this movie, there's only one thing about this movie that I like. One, and that's the dance sequence. That's it. I will give it to him. That sequence was fucking awesome. It was awesome as hell. But outside that, I don't even really like the movie. I can't even really give points to the freaking antagonist because she was just totally forgettable. And the whole gay black guy. What's up with the vampire, the white vampire women and the gay ass black dude that's with them? They did the same crap in Fright Night 2. Come on now. But anyways, Stephen King put out another great movie called Silver Bullet, and then this one is about this werewolf that is messing with this town, and they're up to this little boy, not a little boy, this crippled boy ends up finding out who the werewolf is and everything. I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it was really intense. There's some moments of it that could be worked in a little bit better, and I think that's because it is an adaptation of a book, specifically when it comes to several storylines with the characters. But it's still a very entertaining movie, and it's got Gary Busey, and he's awesome. And that one guy from People Under the Stairs, which you don't really see that man in the movies really that much anymore. But it was a great movie. I thought they did a lot with it, with the little that they did have, and the practical effects for the werewolf design is actually pretty cool. It's a dark movie, and I like that it has that childlike hopefulness to it, but it still remains really dark, and I appreciate stuff like that. It's like showing children that the world is pretty dark, and it's like talking about the werewolves. It's not like the Monster Squad, which I'm going to talk about now. In the Monster Squad, you got these monsters, and it's like the monsters don't kick ass like they should. Whereas in like Silver Bullet, yeah, this werewolf is killing people. That's what you want to see when you see Dracula, the Mummy, werewolf, Frankenstein, the Gill monster, Gill man, whatever you call it. The Monster Squad is. I mean, it's a horror, but I don't know. A lot of people find it to be an enjoyable movie. I really didn't. I mean, I guess I did when I was younger because it was nice seeing all of these iconic Universal monsters in one movie together. But the problem is with the movie is all of them suck. They don't have Dracula is like the only one in the movie that shows. Dracula and Frankenstein are like the only two front runners that do anything in this damn movie. None of the other creatures have personality. They don't do anything in the movie worth a damn. I don't know what to say about this about Monster Squad. I kind of wish that they would remake it and make it more serious. But I guess the most recent Monster Squad movie we can hope for was Van Helsing. But I could honestly see Monster Squad being rebooted as a potential television series, which I'm going to write that idea down right now because I think that's a good idea. Monster Squad TV series. And now perhaps do a better job of making the monsters be a lot more frightening than what they are. Because it seems like the Monster Squad is catering to kids, and I think it is catering to kids because the main protagonists are a bunch of kids. But the monsters don't seem frightening in the least. And I guess I'm saying that because I'm older now, but I still never was scared of. But I don't know if the purpose of the movie is for them to be scary or not. I don't know. In some ways, watching Monster Squad is like watching a Disney movie, and I've seen scarier Disney movies. Like, I don't know, Don't Look Under Your Bed. And I guess I don't know if y'all seen this either. And this movie was stupid. I used to thought it was Beast back in the day, but I seen in some clips of it recently. Stupid. And it's Chopping Mall. It's a horror movie. Stupid. Horror. Worst movie. Worst movie. One of the worst. About these robot things that are in the mall killing people. And it's an interesting premise. I'll give it that. It's an interesting premise. But the movie fucking sucks. It's stupid. The robots look dumb. The characters are stupid. What kind of mall is locked up? I can understand if it was like some kind of facility, but why a mall? Like, I don't understand that. It just could have been a hell of a lot better. Like I said, it's an interesting premise, but the movie itself is just dumb. And I would say this, and I guess I would end it on this note. My last two that I wanted to talk about is Halloween 4 and Halloween 5. The Return of Michael Myers. Yeah, both of them Michael Myers movies. I want to say it's The Curse of Michael Myers and The Return of Michael Myers. No, Revenge of Michael Myers. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's The Return of Michael Myers and The Revenge of Michael Myers. The Return of Michael Myers came out in '88. The Revenge of Michael Myers came out in '89. I don't like either one of these movies because they're very inconsistent. I used to think that the Curse, the sixth one was the best, but like I said, the problem with these movies are they're very inconsistent. They don't make any sense. Whatever happens in the movie before this, just totally retcon and discard it in the next movie. Michael Myers, I'm not sure if the guy's actually immortal or not. It sucks not knowing that. I'm actually going to continue that theory that Michael Myers is not one person; it's more than one person. Even though the movies kind of support a different theory, I wish they actually like clear that up. But the Michael Myers series is just like the Jason series, just like the Freddy Krueger series. Very inconsistent. Don't know what they want to do with the damn character. Cater towards just the kills and not an actual grounded story and interesting characters. And I'm like that's why I ain't done a damn video for the Michael Myers series because I just think it's just I'm tired. Well, there you have it. That is all my thoughts on the horror best and worst horror movies of the '80s. Guys, go back and watch the other videos. That this makes 4 videos of the best and worst horror movies of the '80s, and I really had an enjoyable time on this. Although some of the movies sucked ass and got on my nerves while I was talking about it. But having said that, guys, in the comment section below, let me know your thoughts on those. My thoughts about these movies. Are there some that you like? Are there some that you didn't? Are there some points that you agreed on or didn't like? And also be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what's going on the Narik Chase channel. And until the next video, remember guys, on Thursdays we do upload videos. Catch you later.